Hi, my name is Arul Jiva and I work with BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management. In this video, I would like to demonstrate on how to use CLM Python SDK to make a provisioning request and perform few day-to operations from the command line. In my previous video, I gave a high-level overview of what is CLM Python SDK, how to install and configure it, and finally we ran a simple command trying to log into CLM. In this video, we will go a step further, understanding the SDK syntax and perform some CLM related activities. Before we begin the execution, I wanted to talk about the Sdk syntax and how it is structured. Basically, Sdk has been designed according to the tasks that are performed in CLM. So each command that we run would include a noun that indicates the item it is actioned upon, like a cluster or a service. Secondly, we have a verb that indicates the action on the noun, like creating a service or onboarding a cluster. And finally, we have a set of parameters that are for the noun-verb pair specific to the kind of action that is being performed. The syntax for all the commands supported in SDK are covered in the CLM documentation. In this video, we will explore some of the most basic and commonly used operations. Let's now see this over a demo. I'm going to show the command line syntax for requesting a service and later run a command to perform a day2 action that would resize the existing disk of a VM. In my previous video, I showed the command on how to log into CLM. In this video, I have created a batch script that will make me easier to log in each time. I'm going to run the batch script now to log in as the cloud admin. The first command that we're going to look at is the service create command. So this would be the command that is used for requesting a service in CLM. So let's look at the syntax of the service create command. The first parameter of the service request is the offering name. So I'm going to provide the service offering name that will be used in my request. The next parameter would be the name of the service offering instance that would be created. So I'm just going to keep it the same for now. The third parameter is the username that we need to provide for the VM that gets created. So I'm going to pass it as a part of the server username. So I'm passing the username as admin and I'm going to pass the server password as well as the same. The next parameter would be the server hostname prefix, and for this example I'm just going to use it as Win 2008, and the final one would be the name of the tenant company. So in this I'm going to provide the tenant company name. Alright, so this is the basic syntax of a service create command. So let's go ahead and execute it now. I'm going to allow this to run for some time and then we will wait for the final output of it. Alright, so we got the task status result here. So we can see the status of the task is showing as suspended. So let's quickly switch to the CLM console and we can just cross check that the service request is in provisioning state. Here we go, the provisioning has started. So we can see the status showing as provisioning. This is going to run for some time before it creates the VM. So I'm just going to pause and switch back to the command line where we can go through the other commands. The next command that we're going to look at is the CLM service update option command. So this command will be used for the extend of disk. So let me show you the command here. The first parameter would be the service offering instance name. So I have already deployed a service, so I'm going to use the same here. The next parameter would be the actual disk resize option, and followed by the server name, which would be the name of the VM that has already been provisioned. And the next parameter is the actual option and option choice. So this has been given in the format where we provide the option name first and followed by the option choice. The last parameter would be the actual disk that is going to get resized. So in this VM, I have got just one disk, so I'm providing the same disk name here. Before we go ahead and execute the command, let me show you how the action name, the option and option choice name have been picked up from the CLM UI. I've logged into the Cloud Admin console and I've navigated to the service catalog. I've edited the service offering and I have already created a post deploy action for the extend disk resize. So the action name would be the actual name that has been given for the post deploy action. So we could use this for the action name, and the option and option choice is going to be the option name that's been configured in the options editor. So the option name is extend disk here and the option choice name is 50 GB. Let's switch back to the command window and we'll go ahead and execute the command now. I have run the command from the SDK command line. So this is going to run for some time and that's going to resize the disk from 40 GB to 50 GB. So I'm just going to leave it for now and we will go through the last part of this. If you had noticed, I had used a login.batch script file which allowed me to log in each time. I didn't have to put the complete syntax for logging in each time. Similarly, I have created another batch script that will allow me to create a service. And over here, I've used some more additional commands like CLM offering list that will list me all the service offerings. And then I have used another command like CLM organization list that will list me all the tenants I can choose from. And finally, I've used the service create command. So we have like more than one command within this one batch script file. And if I'm going to execute this, this is going to perform all the actions at once. So this is kind of a bit user-friendly way where we can pop up some information on the screen and the user can request a service from the command line. Let's go ahead and see how this can be executed. I'm not going to show you the complete provisioning, but we can quickly see how the batch script works. Let me use the login.batch command. So that would allow me to log in. All right, it says I'm logged in successful. Let me go ahead and execute my other batch script now for the service create. Okay, so I'm expecting this to list me all the offerings. So this user is entitled for only one package, so I'm able to see the offering 2008. All right, providing a Windows service 2008. Since this is a end user, he's only been listed for the company he's a member of. Providing the username and password, and this would be the hostname prefix for the VM that would be created. So here it says the request details, and I'm just going to press the enter key, and that should go ahead and create the service request for me. I hope this video had given you a high-level overview of using CLM Python SDK from the command line. You can now get started with exploring all the other commands that are supported in BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management. Thank you for watching.